Good morning, Oilers, and welcome to Campus Update. I am your emergency backup fill-in host who can think of an infinite number of better things to do right now, including but not limited to sleeping in, going on vacation, and visiting my mother-in-law. That's right, in this universe, I have a mother-in-law. Her name is Doris. Doris likes rice. Don't question it. Just enjoy the show. First up is what I would call a feel-good story on the reformation of the Oiler Band. Check it out.
Hey Oilers. As life starts to feel more and more normal again, I wanted to take the time to recognize one of the programs that is getting back into their everyday events and practices, and more importantly, the precautions that are being taken to keep everyone safe. The Oiler Marching Band started their competition season earlier this year and have played at 2 events so far with many more to come. It's really exciting to me to see events such as these returning after such a long absence. On top of their own competitions, the band has also been playing at the home football games for the past month, and the energy in the stadium is absolutely amazing. The football team isn't doing so bad either, just don't look at the game against Los Alamitos. Everyone is still required to social distance, and masks are mandatory. Wind players have masks with a small hole in them that allows them to play their instrument while taking minimal risk. They also have covers for the ends of their instruments that act as air filters. And while they don't exactly look pretty, neither does this. Nah, I'm just kidding. I know they'll be awesome next week. The other team probably cheated anyway. Well, that's all I got for you today.
Thank you, anonymous individual whose intentions seem to be solely focused on hating on the football team. Come on, man. They're 2-2. That really isn't that bad. Next up is Kylah talking about the efforts the ASB is making to recognize our hardworking teachers. Let me tell you, they really do work hard. I say that because I have a lot of C's. Take it away.
This year, we might not be fully at school, but that hasn't stopped our HBHS ASB from celebrating our staff.
So we really wanted to find a way to show our teachers all of our appreciation for them in this really crazy year, making sure that we still have everything we need to be successful in the classroom and outside the classroom. So we wanted to really show each individual teacher how grateful we were for all the hard work they've been putting in.
One of the ways we felt that this was so powerful to show our appreciation was making personalized and individual posters for every teacher and staff inside the school that has been just pushing through the entire year through school and making sure that students here at Huntington can be successful and find the right path.
Thank you to
teachers,
administration, maintenance and cafeteria,
supervision, and everyone else that makes Huntington Beach High School the best high school in Huntington Beach.
Thank you, staff.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you! Thank you!
Thanks, Kylah. Our teachers really don't get appreciated enough, especially the ones that are giving me C's. Next up is Daniil with some information on the reopening of amusement parks all around Southern California. Check it out.
When theme parks across California officially reopen in April, visitors will have to wear a face mask, only eat or drink in designated areas, and must come from in-state. All parks will work using a 4-colored system depending on the number of COVID cases in the country. The state released the official guidance Friday afternoon, a week before allowing theme parks to officially reopen on April 1st. If you are planning to visit any of the parks, make sure to read the full guidance that can be found on the state's website. Six Flags theme parks Magic Mountain and Discovery Kingdom are opening on April 1st. Disneyland and Disney California Adventure will reopen on April 30th, while Knott's Berry Farm will reopen in May. So take a little break from school and have some fun, but make sure to stay safe.
Thanks, Daniil. Next up is Sean with some tips for seniors on how to manage your finances.
Attention, Oilers seniors! It's that time we're all becoming financially responsible for ourselves and heading off to the big adult world of college and beyond. On that note, here are some tips to kick off your financial life the right way. First off, get a debit or credit card. This is really important for you as you grow into your adult pants. Pretty much every transaction you will make in your future will be made much easier via debit or credit card. It is commonplace for teenagers to start off with a debit card so they can get used to the complicated lifestyle that is using a card before moving on to a more complex credit card. So, if you choose to follow through with a debit card first, talk to your parents about applying for one at your bank. Or, however, it is really smart to get started off with a credit card too, because with a credit card, you can build up credit, which can be really useful for getting mortgages and bank loans in the future. Credit cards also offer rewards, and they can also provide fraud protection in case you ever lose your card and it gets in the hands of anyone who's trying to steal any cha-ching from you. Building up credit is a super important lifelong skill, and the older you get, the more important good credit will be to yourself. To build up good credit with your credit card, start off by making a few small purchases each month that you know you can easily afford. Then, be sure to pay off your purchases by the end of the month to your card's company before the date the payments are due. This is of extreme importance, and if you fail to do this, you will fall into credit card debt, which accumulates debt with interest when you fail to pay on time. And this also lowers your credit score, which is the opposite of what we want. So, to build good credit score, be sure to make only a few small purchases which you know you can afford a month, and be sure to pay them off before the date the payments are due. Our last tip for today, Oilers, is be very careful when choosing your college tuition. A lot of high schoolers who are paying for their own college tuition choose to go to really expensive colleges in hopes of making more money from coming out of that college in the long run. However, this is problematic because a lot of college students come out of college with tens of thousands of dollars in debt. Do you want to leave college knowing that you have tens of thousands of dollars in debt on top of trying to provide for your month's rent? It's a gamble that some students are willing to take, but really consider your college tuition for your financial future when picking your college. That's all the financial advice for today, Oilers. Best of luck with your futures. Choo!
Thanks, Sean. Well, that's all the time we have today. I can finally get back to enjoying the rest of my spring break. We'll see you next week, and remember, keep this in mind and you will never be sad. We'll see you next week.